welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie, and welcome to Craft and Sip, or Sip and Craft. Sip and Craft. I gotta decide one of these days if it's one way or the other, but that's what I'm doing today. Okay, so today I thought I would share with you making this. Now this is the freebie one that I gave with the launch of the kit for vintage rose and vintage playtime. It's the freebie that went with that, so it's available already. Website, Facebook group page. So I thought I would use it and make one of these wooden tags with it. I'm hanging these up on the I have a thing in my entry hallway that's, I guess you're supposed to put key rings and such on it, right? So I'm hanging these on that, and it looks really cute. Well, the ones I've made before, and this one's gonna go with those, so there you go. Okay, so I have it a little bit more shabby chic today. I like these hanging down, and I'll show you how I did that. I put that trim around here, all the way around. No glue gun today, just the regular glue press gun, which of course I forgot, and I'll go get in a minute. But yeah, just fun and easy. I'm using some of the background papers from the vintage rose on the other side, and for the one we're going to be making, I've got a couple of pockets, and I'm using the collage sheet. It's a digital collage sheet that's in the kit, and the polka dots. You don't have to have this kit to do this, okay? You can use any papers you want. Use Stamperi, use Graphic 45, use any other digital kit you have. It's just a fun, simple, easy craft along while we sip our tea or whatever beverage you prefer. These are at, I forget the name of the place. But anyways, I go there and get blanks and stuff fairly often. So you can get them for really cheap, but you have to buy a bulk bunch of them, like 50 or something. So there's that. And so that's why I keep pulling them out, because I plan on using them all up this year. Maybe. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm going to use this. You can use chipboard and cut it out to whatever shape you want. You don't have to have these. So I'm going to use these two pieces, and these are my pockets, and of course we're going to put lace on it. So before we get started, you guys hang on a sec. I'm going to go get my other, you know, the little gun I always forget, and I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, yep, I'm back. So we're going to put this one to the side a little bit. I can see what I'm doing. Now, what I did with this trim was I took this. Now, I've had this for ages, okay? And you buy one of these and you have it for ages, because, you know, but I love it. I use it all the time. I took a section. I just unwound some and cut that off, and then I cut it right up the middle. Well, somewhere near the middle, okay? And that's what I used for the trim on this. And it looks so nice. I like it. I didn't even have to add lace, guys. This is me. I didn't put lace because the trim looked lacy enough. So there you go. For me, that's huge. Okay, let's put this one on there. What I did with this, all I did was put the blank down on the paper, draw around it, cut it out. That's easy. Okay, so we're just going to put this down on here. I did pre-ink it. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Oh my God, did I? I prep things and get it ready for a video, and then a few days later I get around to making the video, and I'm like, what did I do? But I don't know. It's my process. You get everything prepped, and then it's easier to go in and just, you know, do your video and make your stuff, and you know, keeps Murphy out of the works most of the time. Sometimes, sort of. So I'm gonna put this down right like so, right like so. Okay. And then we'll get this off. Somewhere. There's an end that I can wiggle under here. Yep, I knew there was. So, yep, just using my usual double stick tape and glue. It's either art glitter or Barely Arts, one or the other. Because I still can't find Cosmic Shimmer, so that's where I am. But now that Barely Arts has gotten down to a more reasonable price, I think I'm going to be okay with just using that. I think. Okay. Now, if it's not exactly on there, just exactly straight, it won't matter because when we put the trim around it, it's going to cover up a little bit of the oopsie, if there is any oopsie. There's not a lot of oopsie on this one. There's a little bit of an edge here, but that trim will cover that up. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay. And I am reusing, I have a pile of cardstock that I printed on one side and didn't use it for one reason or another. It could have been a misprint, it could have been a, oh, I don't want that, or sometimes when you're making a kit, you just kind of, you have to print out stuff to see if it's going to print on the page, off the page, or somewhere near the page. Yeah. And what size it is. Sometimes you want to resize it. Different things like that. So I always save those and reuse them for something like this. Because, look, if it's getting matted down, you're not seeing the other side of it, right? So, to me, in my little mind, it's all good. So, hopefully you guys will save you some paper that way. When you print out, especially when you get into the heavier papers, they're a little more pricey. And you just want to conserve and save as much as you can. This one, I think this one was one of the genealogy books I was doing, and it wasn't the one I was going to keep for, it didn't come out good, so I print on the other side. Okay, let me get my brayer and give this, excuse my reach, give this a good, roll over. Get it pressed down really good. Now, with me, some people will paint the tags, and you can do that. I mean, you can. There's nothing keeping you from it. And some people will paint them and sand them, sand them first and then paint them. I don't do that because it's a lot of work. And sanding things, excuse me, I gotta get a sip of my squirrely tea. Sanding things is not good for asthma. We'll put it that way. Now this pocket, I'm gonna put short, like so-ish. I did this one, let me see how tall I did that one. I didn't want to cover up the front of it too much. It's 1 inch, so let me see where 1 inch would be, and we'll trim that off. And you want to do from the fold, so 1 inch would be there. Yep. I'm going to put a little mark as soon as I find my pencil. And then, let's see, right there. I just want to shorten it because that's a lot of pretty that I don't want to cover up. So, we're just going to do it that way. There. Hopefully I've got this somewhat straight. You have to kind of watch out for that. But I've got these grooves over here, so hopefully it'll be fine. Okay, now we're good. I hope you guys are having some crafty fun. It's, you know, we've come off of the holidays, and we're in, well, where I am, we're in winter. And yeah, I'm just folding from the line. You can tell where the line starts for those. Just folding from the line. It's not much of a pocket, but it's a little bitty one that you can tuck something in, okay? I just didn't want to cover up the pretty. Okay, so that's going to be one pocket on the front, and then this one will be the back pocket. And I'm just going to leave it as a full pocket because, yeah. There we go. I do like doing crafting. Lots of different crafting. I like to explore options, right? There's a lot of ways we can make things. And sometimes if you've just come off of making a bunch of journals, you might not want to start right in on making another one right away. It's a thing. I love making journals, but I also love doing this. It's still paper crafting in whatever way it's paper crafting, but it is. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of dusting with the vintage photo, and we'll put some lace on there because, yeah, gotta put lace somewhere, right? It's me. Okay, let me get that out of the way because that's not going to be pretty if I start flailing around here. Okay. Yep, I just want to get a little lace across here. I guess I could use the trim, but I don't know. I'm not sure I have enough that I trimmed off. I trimmed off what I thought might be enough for this project. And if I start changing my mind and using it on the here, it might not be enough. So we'll just stick with the plan. Okay, just trim that off, and like so. And make sure I get all my little pieces off of there because, yep, I can glue them to something I don't want them on. I'm really good at it. Okay, you guys will have to let me know what beverage you're having today. I'm having green chai tea, which is my sort of usual, and it's in my little squirrely cup. It's cute. Okay. Yep. Now see, once you get all these things cut out, you're just good to go. You just, I don't know, chill and put them together, right? Super simple and easy. But yeah, if you don't want to buy a quantity of those wooden tags like I did, and I may buy another quantity of them, I don't know. I like them. You can just cut up some chipboard and layer it on itself, and it'll do the same sort of thing. This is, I don't know, I think it's probably 1/4 inch if you want to go by that thickness. You don't have to make it that thick, but you could if you wanted to. Yeah, I thought it was really cool to get a bunch of those, and then I put them somewhere, and then I thought, oh, I've got to use those. Come on, man. You don't just get stuff and let it sit there forever. you make something pretty out of it, right? That's what we do. Okay, now, okay, let's do this one first. We'll get it on there. I just wanted it to sit inside. These are the, I think they're the pockets from the freebie for this one. Pretty sure they are. Yep, we'll get these on and then we'll put our trim around there. I don't know. I like the way that one turned out. It just was an idea, a thought that, you know, I could do that. And it worked out, so I thought, ooh, I have to share that with my friends. So, here we go. We're sipping and crafting. Alrighty. But yeah, this is going to hold a few little fun pieces of something. And hang on that keychain holder. They can hang on a doorknob. They can, you know, wherever you want to hang them. I just think they're really pretty. Yep, I do. Okay, I'm gonna give this a good roll. So we've got our little pocket on there. Do this one. Okay. Yeah, you can use any papers you want to use. The Stamperia, the forest one would be pretty. The rose one would be pretty. Those are sort of my favorite-y ones for the Stamperia. Excuse me. But yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. Just make something pretty. And then when you walk by it or roll by it, in my situation, in your house, you smile. It's worth a smile, isn't it? Make something pretty and you roll by it. And you have to smile because it was pretty and it was fun and you made it, right? So, makes you feel good. Okay, let's get this one. I like the way that trim turned out because it did both sides. By going up the edge of the tag, it sort of showed lacy something on both sides. Okay, there we go. There. Now we've got our pocket back there and our pocket up here. And what we've got to do now, let me get another one of these. Because I forgot to poke the hole. You can poke the hole wherever you want to poke it. I just know that if I line these up, then I'm getting the hole poked in the right place. Right? Okay. Set that back over there somewhere. And then I just want to put this in there and make sure I get the hole, you know, sort of reamed out. So it's there. So yeah. See if I can trim that a little bit. Don't need a bunch of junk hanging around. Okay. Now we've got that. And we're going to go around here first on the edges. So let me see. I've got my, that's the leftover piece from the top. So let's start. Oh yeah, you got to start, find your middle. Find your middle, because I tied a knot at the top. And I mean, I like the frayed edge, so yeah, I like that. It does get a little bit messy, because this will fray really nicely. But I'm okay with that. I am. Okay, so we just make sure we get all of our strings that are loose off and out of the way as best we can. Okay, now, so find your middle. Yep, like so. And we're going to start down here, like so. And then when we get to the top, we'll have glued all this up and we'll tie a knot up there. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to put it just like so, getting it sort of lined up the way I want it, and then just kind of lay that back, and this glue will hold just fine on here. I don't want it to have anything looking like a wet spot on here, so I just kind of use the finger tool and smudge that out. Okay, already pretty. Okay, let's turn it this way. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. If you didn't get what I said, you can rewind me and go back and watch it again. Just simply lining it up like so and pressing it down. This glue will hold anything that you've got, any glue that you've got really that says it'll do fabric will do this. You can use the I never use the fabric tack or beacon whatever because of my asthma. It gives me all kinds of grief for that, so I don't do it. You can, if it doesn't bother your breathing, then you can use that. It would bother my breathing immensely, so I don't. This goes on really quick and easy. So yeah. And it's going to dry pretty quick. I mean, you know, it's not going to be... And this is super simple and easy, guys. It's easier than lace. I mean, gosh. It is. Okay. Just really pretty, too. I really like the way it looks. You just give it a good, you know, press like so. It's so pretty. It really is. Okay, now I'm going to wait to do the top. So I'm going to do this other side. And it's going to be really pretty hanging on my keychain holder thingy. I think it's a keychain holder. It's one of those. It's got the little knobs on it, you know, like that. So I think that's what I'm calling it that anyways. Okay. All right, here we go. Just give it a good press like so. That looks so nice. And we'll get this over here. You want a goodly amount of glue because you don't want this to start peeling off in a little bit. You want it really enough to hold it on there, and you can smile for years. You know, I'm being silly, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. And if you know somebody who's got a birthday or something coming up, dude, this would make a really, really nice birthday gift. It would. Okay, so I'm going to do glue halfway and halfway there, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot. And again, smudge it. So we're going to do like so, but not all the way over, and like so, but not all the way over. So we've got it touching more or less, okay? This is how I got my strings hanging down. Now you don't have to keep them hanging down. You can always trim them off. Make them shorter. Whatever you want to do with that. Oh, that's not going to work to do it that way. I think I tried that before and it didn't work. Okay, here we go. You have to do one knot at a time, and then it'll work. I learn, then I forget, and then I learn again. It's life. Okay. Yep. See, that worked. Do 2 knots. There's another string, so we want to get that out of the way. It's so fun to do that. I don't know, maybe I'm the only weird one. Do you guys like pulling those strings? I do. I like it. Okay, so that's simply that. I will trim them to not go over the edge, but yeah. And what we're going to do to make our tie is we're going to use the piece that was left over. Let me trim these off so I don't forget. I'm just going to trim them right to there and to there. And you can trim them shorter. It's all up to you. So what I'm going to do is use this or this, one of these, and I'm going to put it through that hole. I have confidence. I'm going to do it. It's a little bit bulky-ish, but that's okay. I have my mucky pokey tool, so it goes right through. Okay, so what we're going to do is you need a little bit more than you'd think you would need, maybe because of you're going to tie a knot in the end. I do like pulling the strings. I'm serious. It's fun. Okay, so you're going to tie a knot in this end, and you want to make sure you've got it enough to hang, you know, long enough to hang. So when you're tying a knot, kind of hold it up here and then use this other end to tie, because that way you can keep your length that you need, because you can always trim this off. You can't make this longer. It's just a thing. Okay, so let's tie it. Let's trim that a little shorter. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now I've got this one. And you can make those strings hang this way or the other way or whichever way you want to do it. And I got some more strings to pull here. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. They're just so pretty. Isn't that pretty? It is. But yeah, just trimming this, cutting this in half. I may use that again on another one because I really like it. So I hope you guys like it. I gotta get some more tea because it's sip and craft, right? Okay, so beautiful. I'm going to use some of the little journal cards and things like that from the kit to stick in here, and then I'll hang it up on my keychain thingy-do. It'll be fun. You guys do some of these. If you do them, share them with me. Let me see what you made. Isn't that pretty? No lace needed. I mean, we put lace across here, but you know, no lace on the outside. That's awesome. Super simple, fun, and easy. Okay, I'm going to hush and quit rambling now, finish up my tea and do stuff, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. TTFN.